Hey, what's up, Form? It's Willy Wonka from the Chocolate Factory, and I'm not the lame reboot with Johnny Depp. Nothing against Johnny Depp; he's actually a pretty cool actor. There's not many roles that I don't like Johnny Depp in. But no, I mean, you can't beat the original version of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, the one with Gene Wilder. Man, that movie is awesome. So yeah, I'm the OG version of the Chocolate Factory. Yeah, no, it's a great movie. I definitely recommend picking it up and watching it if you can. It might even be on Netflix. I don't know. I think it was released back in the 60s, so I'm sure a lot of younger people probably haven't seen it before. They've only seen the remake, which, like I said, wasn't as good. The only problem I had with that movie is I saw it as a kid, man, and like it didn't give me nightmares, but there's a part of it that just threw me for a loop, completely out of nowhere. I don't know where it came from. Uh, it's the scene where they're getting onto the chocolate river. A lot of people who haven't seen the movie think I'm crazy, I'm sure. But they're getting on a boat from the chocolate river. They just ate a bunch of candy that was made, or plants that are made out of candy. And they get on the chocolate river, and they're going into this tunnel. And then out of nowhere, the boat starts going really fast, and Willy Wonka starts making these crazy faces and starts singing this weird, trippy song. And the walls have these strange images on it, like bugs eating each other, and it gets real freaky and real dark fast. And the reason it threw me off for a loop, or I was so unexpected, is I thought it was a kids movie. I never read the book, so I don't know if it's meant for an older demographic. But the movie I thought was for kids. So I'm sitting in there, and 1 second they're all singing and they're talking about schnozberries, and there's happy little Oompa-Loompas all over the place, and the next second they're riding on a boat down to the gates of hell. So yeah, that caught me off guard. I mean, if I was in there watching something like not Captain America, like Freddy Krueger or Friday the 13th, one of those types of movies, I'm expecting to be scared. I know what's going to happen, or at least I know it's supposed to be scary. But this, man, it's a kids movie. What's going on? I probably segmented a good portion of my audience. They probably think I'm delusional, but the people who have seen it probably know what I'm talking about. It's a pretty iconic scene, I guess. I thought it was a good movie. Definitely recommend going to see it. And Gene Wilder's a pretty funny guy. And speaking, I mentioned Captain America before. Haven't seen it yet. I'm planning on going out to see it probably next weekend. I know it got good reviews, not great reviews, but good reviews. And whenever it comes to a comic book movie, man, if good reviews for me is a win. I don't expect like Academy Award films coming out of comic book movies. So I mean, Dark Knight was probably an exception in terms of overall quality, but if a comic book movie just gets good reviews, then that's epic. That's a that's an overall win. I'll be happy to go see it. But let me know if you've seen the movie. It looks interesting. I think they're setting up the Avengers, which is it coming out next year or is it 2013? I don't know. They've been setting up the Adventures for quite some time. The only thing that sucks about that is Edward Norton isn't playing Bruce Banner in the upcoming film, and I thought he was really good in the second Hulk. I wasn't a fan of the first Hulk all that much. I think it was much better the second time around. But I've been on a tangent. It's a long video, so you're gonna have to forgive me if I'm completely off topic for a little while. What I wanted to talk to you guys, I haven't done a tip video in a while, and anyone who's watched my videos for a while, they've seen my gameplay. I tend to show a lot of domination, or that game mode. My favorite game mode. I play it all the time. I do play TDM from time to time. I prefer Modern Warfare 2's TDM a little bit more because it's more fast-paced and slightly better hit detection when compared to Black Ops. So yeah, whenever you see Black Ops footage, it's mostly going to be domination. And I try to spend my time both in solo gameplay and with the team. And I learn different strategies, different ways to approach things, both solo and with the team. And this right here is going to be a tip on how to play solo domination on the map Hazard. For anyone who's played a lot of domination should know that there's certain sides that are much better to spawn on. So to give you an example, like Summit, it's cool to spawn on the A side because it gives you a chance to quickly run up that left side and check a grenade at C and kill everybody spawning or capturing the C flag. But if the enemy team grabs C and B, then it sucks. You're going to get spawn locked back there if they know what they're doing. It's really brutal to break out of that and capture B. The same thing could be said about W and D. It's much better to hold A and B and trap people at C. What other maps are there? Array, it's much better to have A and B. You can't really trap people, but there's a lot better lines of sight. You can have somebody holding the array, somebody holding that power tower, I don't know what you call it. It's a great place to snipe from. What other maps are like that? Not all maps are like that. Like Radiation, I don't think there's really a advantageous side to spawn on. But Hazard, yes. Hazard is definitely, I wouldn't say a one-sided map, but there's a side I prefer to spawn on, and that's the A side. Either solo or with a team, I have yet to ever lose playing, spawning on the A side. C side, though, I don't know what it is. I don't know if there's better lines of sight on the C side, or I mean, when you're coming from A, I don't know, but it's a lot harder to win on that side. And normally, whoever grabs the flag first on this map is going to win. It's just there's such long lines of sights, and it takes so long. You're out in no man's land whenever you're grabbing the B flag. So if you're doing it by yourself solo, it's difficult. And normally when you're playing solo, there's a lot of people on your team that's going to sit back and snipe, especially with all the patches that they've done. To update sniping, it seems like it's a lot easier. I've noticed a lot more people sniping. And this is one of the better maps. Right there, I don't know why I didn't get even a hit marker. That dude lunged like 10 feet to kill me. Excuse me. So yeah, it's not, you're going to have a lot of people on your team normally sniping. They're not going to be interested in capturing the flag. So it can be really difficult if you spawn C-side. So what I've decided to do, what I've learned to beat it is, I mean, I've tried everything to grab B. I've tried Flak Jacket, I've tried Willy Pete's, I've tried Nova Gas, I've tried tactical insertions. Once that enemy team grabs B, it's hard to take it back. And the other thing is you can try to grab the A flag, but you can't go down the center really because that's a death trap. There's so many people sniping out there. You saw that dude who died right in front of me. He got picked off. So it's hard to run down the center of the map. You can take the left side of the map. There's cover there, but people will see you still coming a mile away. I mean, you can kill them, but people still know your general purpose. And then the right side of the map, there's no cover really at all. It's just a long passageway. So even if you make it all the way to the other side of the map where A is, you normally have to kill one or two people, and they're going to know your intentions, and they're going to spawn somewhere back near A and B. So you got to kill them probably 2 or 3 times before you even get to A, and then you have to stand there long enough to recapture it while they're spawning in the general location. So it's hard to do that. So what I've devised, what I think the best strategy, if you're playing solo and you spawn on the C side, I'm finally getting into it. 7 minutes into the video, I'm giving you the tip. Is to ignore the objective, or ignore C. Rush straight to B like I did in the opening route. Try to kill everybody off of it, and if you can keep them off it for a long enough time, do so. But don't make any push for B until you build up your kill streak. I know, it's not rocket science, it's probably not the greatest tip in the world, but that's the best solution that I've had. If you got better ideas, certainly let me know. But like I said, I've tried a lot of different things, and the best results I've had is building up my kill streaks and not using stuff like UAV, counter UAV. You want us to use stuff like napalm, mortar teams, sentry guns, a chopper gunner, maybe, and attack dogs, and Blackbird. But even Blackbird isn't great. You want to use kill streaks that push them back and buy you enough time to capture the B flag. If you notice in the beginning, the second I got the dogs, I called them in and sent them out. That's when I went for B. That's when I had an opportunity to grab B. So it's if you can't get up to those higher kill streaks, I recommend going for lower ones, going for napalm, sentry turret, mortar team, maybe Blackbird, and just use them all at the same time. Try to push them back. Buy yourself just enough time to get the B flag. It's the only way I know how to do it. And that sniper nest right there, it's a camp spot. I know camp is kind of taboo, but it's the best location. This map doesn't really lend itself very well for running and gunning because it's just so wide open. There's so many people sitting back and sniping. But yeah, no, it's the best strategy that I've had so far. And right here, I don't know why I didn't even get a hit marker. I guess all the bullets like circled around him like, what's that movie called with Samuel? Oh, Pulp Fiction. I almost forgot Pulp Fiction. But yeah, no, I mean, give it a try. See if that helps. If you're having a lot of trouble playing this map for Domination, let me know if you got your own strategies for doing well on this map. Might not be the most exciting gameplay, but it's a tip on how to do well, or at least how to win in this map. Let me know what you guys think, and like always, take it easy.